We have a list of widgets that we can add brand new widgets to. So let's add the capability of being able to remove individual widgets from this list. Okay. So let's go back to the to where we're rendering the widgets, and what we could do is that at the end of each one of these line items, right, we can add maybe a button, right, with a delete button. Okay. So this could be maybe a button. And this could be delete, right? And notice that now we have a delete for each one of these. Right? And what we'd like to be able to do is that we would like to be able to notify if this is being clicked, we're going to notify with an action that a widget has been removed. Okay. So let's do that. So what we could do here is grab a dispatch, right? And here and on click, we can dispatch an action, a new action that the type will be to delete widget, and we can pass along also as part of the action. We can pass things such as the ID of the widget that is being removed. Okay, so that when we get to the reducer, we can filter out that particular widget and it's gone. All right. So we can pass in as an argument also the ID, the widget.id. Okay, all right. So now in the reducer, we can now listen for that incoming dispatch. We can say if it's to delete a widget, right? What we're going to do is that we want to return. We want to return the widgets whose ID is not the ID that we're removing, right? So basically, we want to filter out, right? Or we want to have only those widgets whose ID is not the ID that we're removing, right? So to do that, we can just say we can do a return. We can take the original state. So this is a state widgets, and we can use a filter. So filter. So filter generates a new array. With the elements that meet a particular criteria, right? So this is going to pass you each one of the widgets, and it's going to take as argument a predicate, right? Here, if you return true, it'll include it, right? If you return false, it'll not include it in the resulting array, right? So basically, we want to return here whether the widget ID, whether the widget ID is different, right? If it's different from the ID in the action, then we want it, right? If it's equal to the ID, we don't want it. So we want to say true, right? If the action ID is not equal to the action ID. Right? Am I missing something here? Filter, the function is returning return. Oh, no return. There's no need to return because I already have the parentheses. The parentheses is an implied return. Okay? Notice that this is exactly the same thing as if this were to be curly brackets. Curly brackets. And here I would have to do a return. Right? That's exactly the same thing. But again, with the new JavaScript version, that's you can have an implied return, you know, if you have just a parentheses. All right, let's see. Oops. What did I break? Case unexpected token. Case return. Where is this? Widget ID, unexpected token, line 44. Oh, am I missing a parentheses? Yes. Okay, there we go. All right. Oops. Oh, that wasn't good. Button, what did it say? Dispatch is not a function. Did we not pass it? Do we need to connect it? I think we need to connect it. So this would be connect widget. widget. Dispatch is not a function. What am I missing? Connect widget. Widget. So we connected widget list. Widget. Oh, maybe I need to put it inside of a container. So let's see. So this is this might be const widget widget container connect widget, and then this, put it right here. Let's see. No, it doesn't like that. Length. Oh, length of undefined. Okay, that's more promising. Length of undefined widgets. Initial state. Initial state has 3. Oh, did I maybe delete? Let's step through this. All right. Let's do the source. Let's refresh. And let's go in source, and let's go into the index, and let's do a delete. Let's see if we're in there. So let's add, if we added a couple more widgets, if we remove that, we come here, and let's see, what do we have here? We have the original state. Here are the widgets. Oh, okay. So this, we're returning the widgets themselves. We're not putting it in a attribute widgets, right? Right. So we're missing that. The state contains an element of widgets that contains the array. Instead, here we're just returning the array, right? We're not returning an object that contains a widgets object that has an array, right? So this should be what? This should be delete. Really should be an object that contains a widgets that has a value of the arrays, right? So that would be something like that. Let's see. Widgets, state.widgets. Let's see if this makes sense. Right. So I'm returning an object that has an attribute widgets that has an array, and the array is a filter, right? Okay. So let's see. Let's take that breakpoint out. Let's refresh. There we go. Now we can remove that, right? And basically, I'm generating new widgets, right? And I can remove 4, remove 2 here, remove 5, right? And that allows me to edit, add new widgets, remove the widgets, right? So the next thing that we need to be able to do is, for instance, be able to perhaps select the widget from a different types of widgets, right? Whether they're an HTML widget, they're the paragraph widget, whether they're a heading widget, right? And each one would have to render separately. Okay, let's get started with doing that next.